efficient flying monkeys. On this yellow bricked road to Seoul, the DP Arcade has battered and beaten tank battalions guarding the way. Like flying death monkeys, we will descend upon these targets and destroy them with viciousness of lions, tigers, and bears.
Oh my.
There, there are 2 kill boxes to be used in this package. Killbox Tin Man. This killbox houses a full-strength T-55 tank battalion. It is our primary target and heart of this operation. Damage or destroy this battalion. Killbox Lion. This killbox houses a half-strength T-55 tank battalion. This is our secondary target, as it is cowardly fleeing north, but may be a threat once it can rearm and resupply. There are 2 surface-to-air missile battalions that threaten this operation. Dorothy,
I'm back.
a wandering hawk Sam battalion. This is the D's primary target and is currently on the move trying to find a home. They're trying to find home. Toto. Toto is an SA-2 battalion located far north of the Hawk. This Sam is extremely yappy and will be avoided in this operation. So package 16647 AI. We have Cowboy 1, which is the AI. Who's the flight lead?
Ghost Dog, Cowboy 1-1.
Falcon 1, which is a D for Dorothy.
Gasman.
Is there any space?
Fury 1
not
escort.
right now. No,
Who's
yeah,
Fury-
there is. There's one.
Fury 1 escort lead.
That's me, Dark Fiber.
Where's the slot?
Number 2.
Oh, cool.
Lobo 1 Barcap, that's myself. Hornet 4 Barcap is Brayling.
Am I taking someone's slot in level 1-3?
Lexi, do you want a flight lead?
Usually like Sunday morning.
Hey, can you take it, please?
Yes, I can.
Cool.
Quick, Hornet 2's open. Go, Gus, go.
Really?
Fly, my pretties, fly!
Get it! Oh, it's not letting me get it. It says Lieutenant Adams.
Yeah, your slot was weird as well.
Go.
Ah, BMS.
Fluky, take it. Yes.
There we go.
Okay, we'll switch up. Level 1 is now Lexi.
Alright.
All right, do we have a a package leader?
Which flight would be best suited to that role?
I think the C-ad or the D-ad. We did it last time and it seemed to work out pretty well.
Congratulations, Gasman, you've been voluntold.
Jasmine, do you want a package lead? If not, that's fine.
Yes, I was kidding.
Oop, there goes gravity.
Do you want a package lead, Gas?
No.
Absolutely not.
Alright, we have Gozlog, Gasman, Dark Fiber, Lexi, or Brandon. One of you. 5.
I missed the start of the brief.
I'll do it. As the I'm the bar cap over the flight, the area anyway. So
It's also your frag, so.
Yeah.
That makes the most sense, actually.
Gasman, Brainling is the creator of this frag, so all points to him.
Noted.
If I don't fly everyone into a rock, I'll be disappointed.
Handing it off to you, Brainling.
If I get shot down by SF5, I'll never fly you again.
Hold on, I was not prepared to do this. I need to pull up the checklist, so I do this in the right order. Yeah, just give me the checklist real quick.
In channel.
Everyone destroy stupid lines.
Already actioned, but yep, that's fine.
Control settings are all working.
Oh, they probably aren't, but yeah, I'll check them again.
Alright, listen up.
Alright, Uoaf package 16647 AI air interdiction. Our goal here is to take out the flight order, I guess. Cowboy 1 is our AI flight, Falcon 1 is our D, Fury 1 is the escort. Lobo 1, you are the north and east bar cap, and my flight Hornet 4 is the bar cap over the kill box. Effectively, Cowboy 1's escort. Let's see. Time of day. Actually, what time of day is it? Can anybody tell me really quick?
Evening.
Evening.
Evening. Okay, yeah. So it's 1800 or so. That means it's going to be getting dark soon. So prepare for that horrible
All right, listen
day-night
up.
transition when you can't use night vision, but you need it really bad.
In block 30s.
Yeah, in block 30s. Situation, general overview. So currently, I mean, I don't know how Gus and Dark feel, but I feel like right now the campaign is kind of on a knife edge. It could go either way. If we don't start making ground advances, I feel like North Korea is going to overrun us, which is not a good thing. So this mission is really about clearing the way for our ground forces to start an offensive. That's really what we're all about on this mission. So the ultimate goal of this package is really to take out these 2 tank battalions. The Hawk is a problem, and if we can get the Hawk, that's great. Technically, the Hawk is not defending the tank battalions we're attacking, but that Hawk has been such a thorn in our side, it's kind of personal at this point. Yeah. So
User disconnected from your channel.
it's up to you, Gas, to get that Hawk. I know you especially hate that son of a bitch, so go
Yeah.
get it.
That explains why you volunteered for it.
So ground threats, we're definitely looking at that Hawk. We do have an SA-2 that is north of the Hawk. It shouldn't be in play even for the deed, but keep in mind it is there, and it is covering the Hawk. So if you try and get too close to the Hawk, that SA-2 may fire on you. Expect AAA, expect man pads. This is especially true for you, AI flight. I would definitely set a reasonable hard deck. There will be SHORAD in the area, I'm sure of it. Air threats are pretty much the air threats we have been looking at the entire campaign. We're looking at MiG-23s, MiG-21s, MiG-19s, and if we're really unlucky, MiG-29s. Threat engagement ranges are pretty much what they've been the whole campaign. We're looking at 40 miles for MiG-29s, 20 miles for MiG-23s, 20 miles for MiG-21s, and 15 miles, 10 miles for MiG-19s. I mean, whatever. If you get shot down by a MiG-19, we're going to have a talk. All right, let me pull up the flight plans here real quick. All right, takeoff times. Takeoff order will be, well, the F-18s will take off first. We don't count. For those of you at the airfield, your takeoff order is Lobo 1, followed by Fury 1, followed by Falcon 1, followed by Cowboy 1. Minute separation. You know, use good ground comms, guys. Don't get in each other's way. Be courteous. Try and follow that order. It may seem like you're slowing yourself down by taking the time to wait for another flight to pass by, but in reality what you're doing is speeding everything up for everybody. Because I've been in situations on the ground where we've had people doing the whole, oh my god, who am I in front of, who am I behind? So just try and keep that ordered. We have 4 flights coming off the same airbase, and we know how that can get. So please, flight leads, keep that ordered. Time on target. We're looking at generally anywhere between a 2 to 3 minute separation on the various TOTs. The order of battle here is effectively going to be that the bar caps will take position and very quickly call in the AI. Again, we don't have to wait for the D to take out the Hawk to start attacking the tanks. The Hawk is not covering the tanks. So as soon as we feel that the air picture is clear, who's leading level 1? I'm sorry.
That's me.
So Lexi and I will communicate quickly, decide that the air picture is clear enough, and we'll call in the strike. This will likely not be a very long holding pattern situation unless for some reason the air picture gets a lot heavier, a lot quicker than we expect it to. We will see how much fuel we're going to have. I want to say we're going to have anywhere between 15 to 20 minutes of playtime once we're on station, unless we get ran off. So, you know, it's not, you don't have to be fast, but don't be slow either. strikers. Definitely, line up your shots. Make sure you're making good drops, but you don't have to be in a panicked rush to get your bombs off either. Deed and Deed's escort. So gas on some level, I'm gonna kind of let you do your own thing once I release you because you're gonna have situational awareness I'm not gonna have. So once I release you and your escort to go strike that, keep me updated as best you can. But I'm not gonna try and micromanage you while you're over there because you're gonna be in a whole world dealing with things.
Understood.
Escort. I want you guys to keep tabs on them, but try not to fly in the rings of the SAMs. I know that's somewhat a counterintuitive thing to say, but try not to get within the SAM range. I don't want to see us losing planes to SAMs. Be ready to call gas out if you see like an incoming guerrilla group or something that you're not going to be able to hit before he gets there. Definitely, be listening for that gas. If you have to pull out, pull out. Definitely don't lose the airframes. We'll call Miller time as soon as the strikers are out of CBUs, and we'll take it home. So again, primary goals here: the tanks. If we can get the Hawk, absolutely, that's a personal grudge. Let's do it, but definitely don't lose airframes to do it. Let's see, support aircraft. We don't have any. Actually, do we have an AWACS?
We have an AWACS, and it should have a JSTAR.
Okay, great. AWACS and JSTAR. Wonderful. All right, comms. So normal Victor comms, guys. So it's going to be Cowboy 1 on Victor 1, Falcon 1 on Victor 2, Fury 1 on Victor 3, Lobo 1 on Victor 4, Hornet 4 on Victor 5. UHF 15 for Tower, UHF 17 for Tactical. I'm not going to read all the TACANs out. Everybody should know how to get their TACAN information at this point. It's in the post. As well as, if you need it, the TACANs for the air bases and the ILS frequencies. Overhead brake procedure, I'll go ahead and just read this off very quickly, as we will, of course, be expected to do this. Well, you guys will. I'm Navy this flight, so I don't have to do it. So the overhead brake procedure, Pohang runway 26. Your initial is at 3 miles, right brake at 2,000 feet, 350 knots, 3G right turn with 5-second delays between the wingmen. Your downwind is at 250 knots, continue to idle power, perch at 210 knots, 45-degree right bank, and put her on the ground at, around 170 knots. Weather. What do you decide on the weather on this one, guys? I remember you guys were
All right,
fiddling with
listen
it
up.
on Sunday, but I was busy changing times and not paying attention.
It's dark.
Weather's just described as sunny on
That's not
the.
weather.
It's clear.
Oh, I meant to say it's dark fiber. He did the way that's weather.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said it was dark. It's nighttime, and I was like, that's not weather.
Yeah, no, it's clear, light winds.
Wind of
Wonderful.
takeoff is 11 knots at 285 degrees.
Awesome. All right, any package level questions before we split off into flight?
Yes, what's Lobo the package fragger's intent for Lobo 1? Is it just to maintain as a sort of defense on the eastern flank and prevent stuff from coming to the sides?
Yeah, north and east. So if you kind of look at your flight plan and then my F-18 flight plan, they kind of make a wedge, basically.
Kind of.
And then, assuming I don't expect there to be a lot of heavy aggression from that direction, so I may call you in if we start getting overwhelmed from the west or the north.
Okay. How do you want me to use messengers? Should we just fly in between them, or are they just reference points?
They're just honestly reference points with these kind of things. Yeah, I mean, I set that you might want to fly them once because I set the station times at 10 seconds apiece, so you'll get mission credit if you
Okay.
at least So
Okay.
after that, I don't. Yeah, do what you need to do. Set up a grinder. Do whatever. Any others?
Time of day. Is this going to be dark or is this going to be dusk?
Dusk.
Dusk. Okay.
It might be dark by the time we land. I don't know.
I don't mind if it's dark by the time we land. I mind if it's dark and I can't see my targets by the time I get to the on-station area, because if that's the case, that drastically affects what I'm going to be carrying.
Yeah, it should be sunny and like light, perfectly light at 6 p.m. Starts getting dusk, I think, around 7 or so.
Okay, that's fine.
Air threats.
Air threats are going to be MiG-23s, MiG-21s, MiG-19s, MiG-29s. Same as we've been dealing with, probably coming in from the north and the west. On the map right now, most of the red air I see is on its way home. There are some MiG-21s kind of in the way, some unidentified, but they all seem to be kind of, well, there are a couple flights headed in, but they're going to be gone by the time we get there. Surprisingly, the red air picture currently that we can actually see is pretty low, which is not always great for us, but most likely we're going to see our threats coming in from the north and the west. Be especially weary of MiG-29s. If they scramble MiG-29s, you're going to have to definitely fall back and let us joust with the MiG-29s at longer range.
Soul. It's right in the middle of things.
Soul is partially prepared.
Are they pushing it on the east? Yeah, tank battalions on the east then.
Yeah, they're trapped. The bridges are gone.
That's good.
Okay,
Comment?
anything else? Yeah.
Takeoff order at Pohang.
I already did that, but I'll do it again.
I'm sorry, I did not hear it. I apologize.
Okay.
All right,
first
listen
flight,
up.
Yeah. First flight taking off, Lobo 1. Second flight, Fury 1. Third flight, Falcon 1. Fourth flight, Cowboy 1.
Do you want Falcon to stay high, or can we go low, use some mountains to ingress, or would you like me to stay high?
That is your discretion.
All right.
However you want to get in there. Understand that we may... the only fear of going low here, because that's what I tried to do to attack an airbase, is that there's probably ground units we don't see on the map.
Right.
J-Star picked most of it up, but it may have missed some things. You always run that risk of overflying a mech battalion or something that's got SA-7s, which is, what got me, so...
Any tankers?
I mean, J-Star did a pass, and I don't see anything low level near where that hawk is, but, I mean, you never know.
Right.
I don't believe we have a tanker, no, listing. I mean, if you look at the ground units right now, Gas, J-Star did a pass, like, I don't know, what, less than an hour ago, Gus?
Yeah.
It's still up right now.
Okay, so J-Star is still up. So technically this is a relatively accurate picture.
Technically correct, which is the best kind of correct.
It's 60% of the time it's right 100% of the time.
We good?
User joined your channel.
It's intelligence, treat it as such.
Okay, so any other package stuff?
Nope.
Alright, everybody head down to your flight channels, just in normal flight order.
User left your channel.
Drag,
User left your
please.
channel.
Drag
User
Eagle,
left your channel.
Cowboy 1.
User left your channel.
Cowboy 1-1 needs a drag.
User left your channel. User left
I
your
just
channel.
joined.
User
Am
left
I
your channel.
a bit
User
late?
was moved out of your channel. User
Yeah.
left your channel.
Oh,
Yeah, pretty.
Oh yeah, we haven't done the actual
We haven't done
flight
flight
briefs
briefs.
yet.
Okay, so one slot open, leveling, just in time.
Oh,
We're
I'm
about to start flight
So
briefs.
Fury, you can join Fury.
What's Fury doing?
User left your channel.
Escort.
Okay. Which
User left
which
your
flight's
channel.
that?
Here, I'll get you
User
organized.
left your channel.
Ghost Duck requests.
User
Move to
was
Cowboy.
moved out of your channel. You were moved.
Hey, I have arrived. I was last to get dragged. Alright guys, so as you heard, it's going to be getting dusk within the hour. I expect it to be darker, a little bit darker by the time we're landing. However, the light should be good enough for visual bombing, which is good because we have cluster munitions. If it had been dark, I would have had to get Mavericks and we wouldn't have been as effective. Now, The tasking requires us to take out 2 kill boxes, Tin Man and Lion. Tin Man I'm just going to call the south one because it's the furthest south, and I can write the word south or north using the Pan steer point threats. I've drawn my artist's impression of the kill box from the map in the briefing over the affected areas, so just do your best to do the same. And the area at Tinman I plan on striking first. If we have weapons left over, we're doing the one to the north as that's the secondary, obviously. We're armed with CBU-87s. Those should be pretty effective against T-55s. I'll draw your attention to the ZU-57-2 AAA threat in the area. It's optically guided and the light levels are fading, so we should be alright. But
I'm just curious.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Eagle.
Why the choice of 87s over Rockeyes?
2 reasons. That's what's been assigned in terms of the loadout. I mean, if you guys think Rockeyes would be more effective, I was about to have that consultation with you. It's T-55s, so not such a thing. There's no such thing as overkill, obviously, but T-55s, they're very old battle tanks. They're just after World War II, so we should be okay with CBU-87s, but because they're combined effects, they're designed for both anti-armor and anti-personnel and soft stuff. Because there's a whole collection of stuff in this convoy, not just tanks. If we can knock out the supply columns and everything else, that'd be handy too, right? But if you guys feel that Rockeyes would be a better use, then we can drop a stick of Rockeyes across each convoy quite easily. I'm certainly happy to abide by that. Okay, well on paper, Rockeyes are better against tanks. However, you need a much lower burst altitude, say about 500 or 600 feet, so you need to use more of them to cover the same footprint. The theory would have been, if you are happy to do 6 Rockeyes in each plane, that's going to be 1 or 2 passes because the extra drag is going to munch up your fuel much faster. So you have to have the confidence you'd be able to drop an entire stick of Rockeyes across a convoy in 1 pass if at all possible. And you may well, given that it's going to be at the bottom end of a town, you may well have to prepare yourself for the fact we might be dropping these CCRP or using the radar to find the moving targets. So if you're confident with that, then we can take Mark 20s. If not, then we can drop a pair of CBU-87s and splash the whole area and definitely damage tanks and probably knock out a lot of their escorts and soft-skinned equipment and infantry.
How much spread do they have?
From what I remember, it's been a while since I've used 87s because they're a fairly new item in this era. But from what I remember, your burst altitude for CBU-87s is something like 1,500 feet. 1,800, yeah.
Yeah.
You have a very wide area of effect on these things, which means you can drop 1 or 2 across the entire convoy and get hits. Your Rockeyes need a much tighter cone, like 300-400 feet. So you have to be much more precise with them. If you get a hit with a concentrated barrage of Rockeyes, you will fuck up anything. But you have to be mil-dot tight on the. Well, it could well be a CCRP drop because you might not be able to find these guys visually if it's getting dark or if they're well entrenched in the valleys. Note the terrain. You've got an east to west valley, a southwest valley, and a northwest valley. There's only a few avenues of approach for you to be able to see what's going on.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, if it's a CCRP drop, I think we should do the CBU-87s, but if it's CCIP, maybe we should do the Rockeyes.
Well, there's SA7s in this group, and ZU-57s, which is an optically guided AAA position that's just before the Shilkas came out.
87s, let's go with them.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. We want standoff on this. We want to get effect on target, because if we go for a re-attack, we can do that. Whereas if we fuck this up on the first pass, you got nothing but your own thumbs to play with for the rest of the afternoon. So yeah, we'll stick with CBU-87s, I think. We're going to keep the drop tanks and the loadout as well. My game plan will be, in terms of the kill box to the south, I'm going to plan more intricately for that one, because I don't think, honestly, by the time we're done with that one, we'll have anything for the north kill box. But basically, ideally, Once we've figured out how they're orientated, if they're orientated east-west or north-south, we can either come in from the east and then off to the south, or if they're orientated the opposite way, we can come up the valley from the south and off to the east, if you see what I'm saying. I basically don't want us to be coming off target to the north or to the west and into Seoul or any aircraft in that vicinity.
Right.
So expect to be coming in from the east and off south, or in from the south and off to the east. Those will be your most likely two final attack headings.
Got it.
Once we're weapons dry, or once we judge that we've sufficiently obliterated the tank battalion at Steer 4, if there's anything left over, we'll take it to the Steer 5.
Noble 1-3 checking in.
Sounds like they're doing IBC checks, but that's fine. As you heard, we're going to be last to take off, so take the extra time to work your burst altitude in. As Domestic said, 1800 feet is recommended burst altitude for these things. A fuse time of a second or two would probably be more than sufficient for the drop altitudes. We're going to be doing them high altitude. Hard deck for this is going to be 12,000 feet. I think, to be honest, 15,000 feet is more prudent, but we may end up deciding to do CCIP if the terrain's not really holding itself well for CCRP. So be flexible. I don't care about the method of delivery as long as you can get the weapons on target. I'll let you do that, but I'm going to recommend a hard deck of 15,000 feet AGL. We'll probably be flying around about 25 to 27, somewhere in that block. So that's only going to give you 10,000 feet to dive down and attack and get back out. Okay.
Gus, just one quick. You said 1,800 feet burst altitude. What?
One.
Or what?
Yeah, 1800 BA. So at 1,800 feet, they'll disperse by themselves.
Yeah, but I mean, you're gonna release like 2 at a time, right? Or
yeah. What I would recommend is, because we're planning on dropping them along the axis of the convoy, don't drop them in pairs, because all you're going to do is put them on either side of the tanks. Drop them in singles, but drop them with about a 200-foot spacing, and you'll have an oval effect over the convoy. And you just aim for the center of the convoy.
Next question.
Okay.
How will attack runs work so that we're spaced out so we don't hit the same attack?
One element at a time. In elements, you'll fly, and quite simply, you'll do as an element, the wingman will be in trail by about half a mile. That should be enough time to spot the release. You'll see the weapons fall off, or you'll see them actually hit, and the leader can do the wing over and tell you and call you to drop short or long, as the case may be. So if the shooter, sorry, go ahead.
Are we gonna have a holding point to essentially cycle in and out, or no?
I don't want to assign us holding points specifically, because I don't know if I'm coming in from the south or from the east yet. I don't know which road they're planning on going down, if you follow me.
Understandable, yes.
So once I know which way the column's going, I can then give you a proper attack heading. As I said, if they're going down the south road, then you'll go in from the south and out to the east. If they're going along the east road, you'll be going in along the east and off to the south. So it's going to be that kind of route, one way or the other. Once we're established, then we'll just let you call in from the east or in from the south over the Victor for each other, so we don't fly into each other. But we're only going in 2 at a time, no more than 2 at a time. And the wingman ideally would be about half a mile behind the primary shooter. He can watch for launches, and once the splash has been observed, the leader can call short or long in terms of whether to drop early or late for the convoy. So if he judges that he's hit the first half of the convoy, he can ask the wingman to hold it back a little, so on.
Also, just as a heads up, there are 2 battalions in 10-man.
And where?
10-man, the south one.
Yes. Well, that's the thing. We can only observe the one that's currently on intel there. I guess the other one's going to be coming along that road to the road northwest, that's running out into that valley. But once we know, 2 tank battalions, yeah.
No, it's 2 tank battalions glitched on top of each other.
Oh wow, target-rich environment then. If they split, then what I will do is I'll direct us to have one element go east west and one element go north south. If they all go the same way, then we'll just let the highway of doom continue. Once your weapon's dry, then I'll ask you to do a local cap over the area, observe for launches, just generally help out with the escorts work, and call for ground observation. For the first strikes, my initial ask would be if you can clearly identify BTRs or ZU-57s. First of all, you're too low, but if you can clearly identify them, please prioritize your CBUs on those, because those will be the things that can kill us. Tanks cannot kill F-16s, not unless you're in the 50 cal zone. So if the first guys come in and they can clearly make out big tanks or long-shaped APCs, try and prioritize the strike on those, because that then negates the manpads in the AAA and everyone else can just have a happy hunting time. Okay?
Oh man, I have good news.
What's that?
Those two battalions glitched out are like exactly on each other. And they're the same direction too. They're east to west.
Expect that to be a complete clusterfuck when the shells start flying, because vehicles will disperse, vehicles will start going opposite each other. One might retreat, one might not, depending on who takes the most casualties. So it's going to be very fluid down there. Just arrange yourself along the axis of the largest amount of vehicles and just pickle. This is why I want ideally one, maybe two passes, because as soon as they start becoming aware that we're attacking them, they'll spread out, they'll change their formation, some will start retreating, things like that. It'll just be chaos, and we won't be able to put our CBUs to good effect if we're putting one bomb on one tank. Okay? Alright.
Hard deck?
Hard deck. Soft deck 15,000 feet, hard deck 12,000 feet, if that makes sense. If your weapons aren't off the rail by 15,000 feet, it's a dry pass go around. If you go below 12,000 feet and you get shot down, I might yell at you.
Okay, wall of shame then.
Yeah, absolutely. And that includes me. I'll hold myself to that account as well. Please don't go below 12,000 feet. If you do, flares pop out, get back up above 12,000 feet and flare like a motherfucker, because there's SA-7s in there and there's a ZU-57. That 57 is 57mm. That is a nasty cannon to get hit by. One hit for that will fuck your plane up. And assuming you can bring it home, the crew chief will yell at you after that.
Also, another idea on something that I've learned from a different group is, the DTOS bombing mode?
Yes.
I might try using that, because you can visually pinpoint and then use that as CCRP.
I'm happy for you guys to do delivery as you see fit, but be mindful of the hard deck, and be mindful of the fact you're going to have to be able to make sure these bombs hit the targets, because that's a lot of tanks to be coming south into our mechanized infantry. They will crush the mechanized infantry to the south if they get that close.
What angels do you want us to essentially start our attack run at?
We'll be flying into the AO about 25 to 27,000 feet. We'll be starting at high. Yeah, we'll have plenty of altitude up high. Going up high is fine. Going down low is a no-go. I'm not doing low passes through the mountains and shit.
Oh, lofting bombs is fun.
It is, but it's also a lot less fun. It is, but it's a lot less fun because we don't know what's over these mountains. We don't know what's on the east side of the mountains. There's a runway there that's hostile, although it's believed empty. I don't want us flying over a AAA or an unknown manpad position. J-Stars is not all-knowing and J-Stars is not, contrary to popular belief, an all-knowing God's eye view to the world. They're limited by the terrain, and we're attacking 2 tank battalions in a valley. I don't actually know what's in there other than what we can see on the map.
Alright, I'm good to go.
Okay, anyone who's able to, go up to the briefing room and tell them to drag the rest of Cowboy up.
User left your channel. User was moved out of your channel. You were moved.
Go, Cowboy in the house.
Hey.
So it's the F-18s that are doing our close escort, right? Cool.
Negative. Fury 1 is close escort for Seed.
And Hornet's
We're-
close
we're
escort for Cowboy, right?
We're technically the bar cap above you, but effectively our job will be to keep you alive. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Great.
Is Fury here? Or is Fury still?
We got a drag for Centimass and maybe Devlin.
Okay.
User was moved to your channel. User was moved to your channel.
Just for your essay then, since how you're the package leader as well, we've agreed that the priority is the southernmost group, the Tin Man group. That looks like 2 tank battalions on top of each other, so we're concerned we may not have enough ammo and ordnance to take care of the northern group after that.
Dark
That's
Vibe
fine.
is just doing a little bit of tech support, shouldn't be long.
Sure.
That's fine. The southern group is definitely the priority.
Yeah.
If that's the only, if as long as we mop that one up, I'll be happy.
Yeah.
I'd rather see us decimate that full strength group and leave the half strength group alone.
That was my
if you
plan.
run out of ammunition.
That was my plan. We're bringing in each F-16 is carrying 4x CBU 87s, which should give you quite a light show from up there.
You originally had Mark 20s, but I was convinced to change them.
We had that debate ourselves. We thought about changing them back to Rockeyes, but we concluded that there's a lot of soft skin and lightly armored vehicle in there too. And
that was basically the reasoning given to me, is to use the CEMs as well. So and the T-55s are like tissue paper compared to modern tanks.
yeah, they're World War II era technology. Like they're literally like they were prototypes in the last months of World War II. They're not going to be very much. They're not going to stand out very well against CBU 87s. We'll put that to the test, of course. If it turns out we kill all the APCs and all of the support vehicles and all the ZU 57s and BTRs and then leave the T-55 standing, then that can be the next mission.
Yeah.
You know, the more you know. Yeah. We concluded as well, because of the terrain, we're coming in along a valley, east-west or north-south, depending on which way they're facing. Having something with a wide burst altitude like the 87s is probably better than, tight concentrated rock eyes, which we'll have to be very precise with. So
that said, if they happen to be in a column and you can come in the axis of the column with Mark 20s, it's like payday.
Oh yeah, but I mean, you can do that with the 87s as well, and there's explosives in there as well as just tungsten darts, so that it should give you pretty good effect. I thought we're confident the 87s will do the job.
Yeah. Falcon 1, we discovered we found the other Hawk. It's actually if you look at our waypoints, it's at Steer 7. It's underneath a engineer battalion. So we got a target over there if we are very successful with our first attack.
Or very unsuccessful.
So what you're saying is the Uoaf tradition of flying pilots into Hawk battalions remains strong.
And we're doing it like eyes wide open this time, Lexi.
That's your problem. That sounds like an issue that you had. You made them invisible railing like I did. I mean,
Bohica.
Looking at the T-55s on the ground reminds me of like tabletop strategy games.
badly painted.
Yes. Badly painted tabletop strategy game tanks.
I'll have you know that's my best painting work.
Yeah. I've seen your painting work.
I personally wouldn't own up to that.
So, Lexi, were you attempting to compliment my painting work?
Yeah, I've seen your painting work. It's not bad. I've seen it.
Yeah. It's fine as long as you follow the instructions.
Yeah. Listen, I can see when someone's fishing for compliments.
I just need someone to tell me that all that money spent was worth it. That's all.
User left your channel.
Airbrush or just brush?
Just brush.
Pretty good brush work.
Your check's in the post.
Yeah, apparently his controls are all fucked.
Oh, that's always fun.
Mhm.
Target issue, I bet.
This is why I don't bother messing around with DirectX or script work or anything like that. I just plug my X52 in and use the BMS key mapper.
This is Domestos on IVC. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
No.
I
Good.
can hear
Nah,
you.
can't hear you.
I'm just going to go and refill my wine. Stand by.
Oh,
Sounds like a
fucking
plan.
Nice.
Okay, so now my IVC works. There we go.
Back. The Uoaf drinking game is one shot for every time some gun gets shut down.
Oh god, I don't have that. I don't have enough alcohol.
I didn't tell you that. But if you're playing along, send me messages.
It's a bad day at package Q when the last message written there is like just a string of you just hitting your face on the keyboard.
Pretty much. I consider it simulating the the debilitating effects of losing morale.
I think we'll have that as well. Anyway, don't worry about it.
Don't worry, staying in on Saturday is doing enough of that for me.
Nobody is forcing you to stay here, apart from the man with the gun behind your head.
Exactly.
Serving provinces as new Warhawk.
Oh, lovely. Operation Tech Support. First world problems.
I have literally zero sympathy.
I hate to be a douche, but like we're on the clock here.
Yeah.
Indeed. Yeah, it's always cutting it close for me.
Like I get it, controls happen, but there's a reason we tell people to get the shit sorted before big event.
+1.
Plus 20.
Yep.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Me too.
Winchester alcohol.
No Winchester. I have 3 in my...
The only alcohol I have in my room is wine.
In your room? What about the rest of the house?
Well, you see, it's because I'm a student, so...
So room and house are synonymous there.
Yes, they
Right.
are. Next year they won't be synonymous, but this year they are very much synonymous.
That's an aspect of my life I do not miss.
Don't worry, I live with my ex too.
Oh, that's not complicated as well.
I still live in a room.
Are you composing a playlist of our favorite I Hate My Ex songs for you? Good idea.
No. My life is better than hers anyway, so I don't care.
What was that?
It sounded like someone's phone. At least I hope it was their phone, and they don't have a very unnatural attachment to this flight sim.
That's nice.
Oh, it's A10.
That's an A10,
It's
yeah.
Bert. Yeah.
That's a fantastic ringtone.
Okay, so yeah, he's gonna just deal with his issues, and he may or may not be able to join.
Inform him that I'm not a psychologist.
Okay, so where are we at?
Just waiting for a couple people ran AFK. As soon as they get back, we'll do IVC checks.
Darkfiber, how do you want to run this then? Because we'll have an AI between us two and you.
Yeah, I'll send him home. I'll operate as one ship. That's fine.
Okay.
Dark Fiber, your Fury.
Yes.
So what the Seed is doing? You're our escort.
Yep.
Yeah, we're gonna split off about 20 miles southeast of the Hawk Ring, and Element One's gonna go due west, and then go low. Follow basically like a river, some lowlands towards the Hawk, and Element 2 is gonna go north, follow some mountains to their SA2. So we're basically gonna split off. You can look at our waypoints and see. We're gonna split at Steer 4 on our waypoint.
Okay, we're gonna just we're gonna patrol to the east of the river, and we'll just provide umbrella cap for you.
To let the rain fall down.
And then the other thing I found is if you look at our waypoints, Steer 7, I added another one out there. That's the other Hawk. He's over there. We found him. So there's a Hawk at our Steer 6 and a Hawk at our Steer 7.
Here I am, stuck in an...
Alright, I think we're ready to go.
All right, let's get IV cheese. IV cheese. Let's get IVC check started with Cowboy 1.
Cowboy 1-1.
Cowboy 1-2.
Cowboy 1-3.
Cowboy 1-4.
Falcon 1-1. Falcon 1-1.
Falcon 1-2.
Falcon 1-3.
Fury 1-1.
Fury 1-3.
Okay, no 1-4. Go Lobo.
Level 1.
Level 1-2.
Lobo 1-3.
Lobo 1-4.
Hornet 4-1.
Hornet 4-2.
Hornet 4-3.
Hornet 4-4.
Okay, level. You just need to do an IVC check. Give us an F1 check.
Well, that's helpful.
Everyone else, good IVG sex.
Oh, sorry, I'm back. What did you want me to do?
F1 com
joined your
check.
channel.
Press
Okay,
F1
we're
and
not
speak.
hearing anything.
Try another.
Click on the Falcon window, push function 1 into the ventole.
Fury 1-4 checking in.
There you go.
There we go. All right, so IVC's good. Go ahead and I almost feel like skipping it, but we won't. Let's go ahead and take our 3-minute.
All right. Let's take a 3-minute break. IVC issues sorted out. So Apex, everything ready to go?
Yeah. I will work my way through.
Okay. Can you do an IVC check?
Just have to start BMS.
Okay.
I was tempted to say Cowboy 1.
I would have been in favor of that.
And on that day, another Uoaf meme was born.
There's Viper. Hi, Viper.
Someone needs to show that man how to change his logbook.
IVC check Fury 1-2.
Very good.
Yay!
And there was much rejoicing. Yay.
Alright, just gonna read off some SOPs.
Can we save the file?
Yeah.
Is everybody back, Gus? I only released them 2 minutes ago. You want to wait them just a second before you do SOPs?
Okay, Dark, save.
Okay.
Falcon, please click on your seat and everything as I move something.
Okay, I think we're good, right?
Yeah.
Returned.
Yeah, sure, go.
SOPs, TeamSpeak will be muted during flight. Use Shift to chat in game if you have technical issues. If you have an issue, close BMS and IVC.
Alright guys, here comes the main
the
event.
process of IVC
Hopefully.
using Task Manager. Get your issue sorted out, reconnect, and verify that everything is sorted and rejoined. Use instant action to check flight controls and any other track IR, pedals, whatever. Landings at airbases will follow the overhead brake as briefed. When you land and exit BMS or you get knocked down, jump down to the channel below and the debriefing channel to chat with others. We will also commit as taxi, no committing as ramp or anything else. I think we're good to go. Also, double-click your slot, double-click your flight that you're in. That'll give you the correct steer points if any have been moved. And load data cartridge, check it out, make sure the right frequencies set by default. And I think we're gonna commit to 3D. Say your call sign in order, and then
Actually,
you're committing.
I have one package note just to add to everybody. Everybody's steer 2 and steer 3 are the same, and almost everyone's steer 4 is the same. So keep in mind that we'll be marshaling around everyone's steer 3 before we head in. And also, there's a Patriot at steer 2. So for some reason you've really got to run. Steer 2 is Alamo. That's it.
All right. Commit server, and let's commit an order starting with Cowboy 1.
Your math back.
Perfect timing.
Submitted.
Cowboy 1-1 commit.
Cowboy 1-2 commit.
Cowboy
Hornet
1
was coming
3
first.
commit. Yes, no.
Do it.
Yeah, do we not want the Hornets to go in first?
Oh, they will still go in first. It's because they're first to fly.
Falcon 1-1. Commit.
Falcon 1-2 commit.
4-3.
Falcon 1-4 commit.
Fury 1-1 is commit.
Fury 1-2 commit.
313's commit.
314 commit.
Level 1-1. Hot mic. Level 1-1.
Lobo 1-3.
Level 1-2.
Lobo 1-4.
Hornet 4-1.
Hornet 4-2.
Hornet 4-3 commit.
Hornet 4-4.
Liar.
Who lied?
There you go.
There we go.
Wakey, eggs and bacon.
Can you guys believe that McDonald's actually closed their doors at 10 p.m.?
No, because the McDonald's are on
It's
me.
fucking outrageous.
No, because the McDonald's are on me at 24 hours.
Some people get all the
24-hour
So
McDonald's.
pissed.
And they're gonna start delivering too, which means I'm gonna get really fat.
How do you close your doors at 10 p.m.?
It's easy. You close the
go to
doors,
work,
you
yeah.
put the lock in, you put the key in the lock, and you turn the lock.
Then you go to your door, and then you close it. This is a handy dandy how-to
I
guide.
just walk through the drive-thru.
So you can get like more money in than surgical hours. They're probably like, nah, fuck that. I'm not paying people for that shit.
Absolutely not.
Actually, there's a law in the UK that says if you
What are
get.
a filthy commie?
Actually, there's a law in the UK that says if you get paid, you do have to get paid extra if you work past
Really?
midnight.
What's your favorite plane to fly, Lex?
The MiG-21, comrade.
There it is.
Yeah. Or da. Depending on how East German you are.
Estimates power of MRAP. Only goes 20 nautical miles. Favorite sim is definitely Digital Combat Simulator. Best simulator.
That average.
The anyone's left?
Just wait on the countdown.
No. Fury 1's still waiting.
Cowboy's waiting.
Yeah, Cowboy. That was kind of weird because they called Cowboy 1 ready for departure.
Well, I didn't get that memo because I've got 9.5 minutes to go.
Scared me.
We're sorry, the cowboy. Yo.
I think IVC has the wrong microphone for you. Because
Yeah,
you
it
sound like
does.
you're miles away.
Oh, Jesus. Right, stand by.
Your channel was edited.
Hornets blew up on the deck. I was in the pit. Everything's fine. Started the taxi.
Same. I was fine. I didn't even do that. I didn't even start the taxi. I was fine, and then boom.
Are we aborting?
Fucking court-martial on that
Yes.
shit too, dude.
We are
Yeah.
aborting.
We're what?
Yep, I got court-martialed as well. Okay.
Are we aborting,
Really?
yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
everyone out.
Yes.
Save your data cartridges before you go anywhere.
Cartridges, yeah.
Okay.
We seriously need to stop using carriers.
Oh, they're fine when they work.
What happened?
Okay, I'm shutting the server down.
They
I'll
blew up on
restart.
deck.
I saved the mission. It may have been some lag issues.
Certainly sounds like if it's a court martial. Did someone not have their throttle idle?
Everything's fine.
Oh, I guess it shouldn't do that anyway because there's no collision on the gyro.
Did
Well,
someone
that
load
and you
in?
start with your
Exploded.
chocks in.
I exploded as soon as I loaded in.
Usually it's just a one-time thing with the Hornets, though. You just blow up once and then they're good after.
Oh,
that's
just
right then.
They're just
We
gonna get their one
also-
explosion.
Just to
out
run
of
them,
the way.
yeah, just one of the.
We
run of the
also
mill.
didn't commit first, and normally the Hornets always commit first because we've had issues like this when we don't.
Yep.
I know our voodoo seems strange sometimes, but sometimes the voodoo is there for a reason.
BMS is literally black magic, so.
Well, at least you blew up and you didn't get in the air and couldn't see your wingman. So.
Didn't you know BMS stands for black magic and sorcery?
That's actually a really nifty thing.
What's a nifty thing?
Black magic and sorcery.
More like black magic shit.
There you go.
Are we to
Okay,
connect
servers
yet?
up. Yeah, you can connect.
Yeah, that one's probably a bit more appropriate.
Do you guys seriously not know that we used to call it black magic shit? That's the first time you guys hearing it.
Yeah.
All right.
You
So
made that up from the spot. I'm disappointed.
we tested this, right? Oh, we didn't test it in 3D.
No.
All right. So next time, forever from now on, test in 3D. So the takeaway from this.
Still gonna blow up.
Hot mic eagle.
Okay, apparently now the. God, fuck
Eagle.
my life.
When somebody has a minute, can they read out the IP? Because I forgot to save it.
Yes. When are you ready to copy?
188.37 something.
188.39.157.34.
Alright, now you can hear me. I just disabled my microphone by accident. Yeah, it turns out I had the webcam on my microphone enabled, so I have since disabled this.
Sorry, tell me again. 188.37. No, 39.
15734.
There you go. Oh, my voice changed for a second there.
Need to stop taking those pills or perhaps take more of them.
Haven't decided which one yet.
Could go either way, really, couldn't it?
Damn it, a girl in the squadron, I knew it was too good to be true.
Very transphobic of you.
Prove it in court.
Ooh, that made a dark mist descend, didn't it?
Also, a shitload of British people. I feel used to that.
We're
We
taking
have to
over.
get used to you, the colonists, being around, so.
Fucking foreigners.
That's a lot, buddy.
4.1.2.
Let's try and get reconnected and settled here. Just back on the road.
Anyone not connected?
1 minute.
Ghost Dog sends.
For anyone
Or we
playing
have to do
along,
IVC checks again, right?
Yeah.
I'm playing along that shots, by the way.
Be in your number 2 seat.
Neither do I.
Am I?
No,
Oh,
I
there
did.
he is. Oh, God.
Apex, can you take 2?
Summer doesn't let me change slots.
There we go.
Okay, he's right, yeah. For some reason that's...
Someone's in it then. Or someone was in it and they left.
Try
it,
now,
that's what it
Apex.
says.
Yeah.
Nope.
No, you can't get in there. Just switch, it's fine. Apex, go 4.
Nope.
So Apex, you'll be on 13 Yankee.
Understood. What will I be on?
Wait, hang on. Yeah, that's right, isn't it?
Yep.
7.6 X-ray.
No, you're on 13 Yankee, Apex, and level you're on 7.6 Yankee.
Okay.
Cool.
Shall we get this show on the road?
Anyone still connecting?
No.
Okay.
Falcon, you have all your target steer points still?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
I need to reset.
Or has them.
Got 19 guys in the channel.
15, 16 are the Hawks.
Yeah, Trey's good.
Okay. Here we go. Hornets. All the Hornets commit in order.
Hornet
Case
4-1.
Hornet 4-2.
Okay, hold on. Stand by or don't stand by?
No, you can go. You can go. I'll commit the server after you guys are committed.
Hornet 4-3 commit.
Hornet 4-4.
Okay, committing the server.
Okay, can someone check to see all the Hornets are committed on the comms?
Seen and verified.
There you go. Cowboy, take us off.
Cowboy 1-1 commit.
Cowboy, ghost dog.
Cowboy 1-1 committed.
Cowboy 1-2 commit.
Cowboy 1-3 commit.
Cowboy 1-4 commit.
Dead Man Foot, you got those targets?
Yeah, I'm all set.
Okay, everybody double click your stuff. All right, I'm committing. Falcon 1-1 commit.
Falcon 1-2 commit.
Falcon 1-3 commit.
Fury 1-1 commit.
Fury 1-3 commit. Fury 1-3 commit.
Fury 1-4 commit.
1.
Level 1-2 commit.
Nova 1-3 commit.
Global 1-4 commit.
Dallas 1, radar contact. Bullseye 215, 25 miles, 5,000. Dallas
best
1,
luck.
radar contact. Bullseye 155, 15 miles,
Really, when I get
16,000.
in, I'm gonna load in real fucking quick. I'm
Dallas
just gonna
1,
move to the
radar contact. Bullseye 165, 25 miles, 22,000.
Yeah, I think that's the play. Everybody move to the catapults safely. We'll worry about getting the jets set up once we're not in range to blow each other up.
Good luck, Hornets.
If the Hornets do blow up, our backup plan is we're gonna frag a flight and just take off in like 2 minutes after everyone else or something like that.
Okay. Like maybe another Hornet flight, even just jump in the air or something.
We're gonna make a bar cap or something. It would be something air to air, and we're just meet up to you guys late.
Dallas 1, radar contact. Bullseye 115, 15 miles, 16,000.
Do you guys commit at 9 minutes?
Commit at 6 minutes. Are we going at 6 minutes?
Could let them take off and then join in there.
Let's just see what happens first. No point worrying about plans until we get there.
I have time if this shit goes south.
No, we're not restarting. If the Hornets blow, we'll frag a flight while you guys are in flight and take off that way.
Okay.
Roger, dodge it.
Hornets going in.
Cross your fingers and your toes.
Get up, drop.
Cowboy 1-1, ready for departure.
Turn the heat off.
Never gets old, does it?
Dallas 1, radar contact. Bullseye 100, 10 miles, 16,000.
Oh, Jesus.
Let's hope these guys are having a Navy day.
Yeah.
Well, I think they're lucky so far. We haven't heard back from them.
Who's next on the list?
He'd burp.
I think he's probably groaning against G, but possibly that too.
Lobo 1-1, Pohang approach, runway 26 for takeoff.
Good hit. Good on that one.
That's got to be a good sign, surely. Shame none of the guys on Hornet have their phones handy. They could just put a little note on Discord letting us know if they're sweet or sour.
Dallas 1, radar contact. Bullseye 240, 5 miles, 22,000.
Most Canadian swear word ever award goes to that. I think we would know by now if there was a problem.
CBU 87 burst height. Burst.
Good luck, have fun,
1800?
people.
1800 feet for burst height on CBU 87s.
Chalice 1, radar contact, full size 025, 10 miles, 16,000.
Alright, Cowboys, 30 seconds.
Woohoo!
This is gonna be fun.
Freaking better, we've been getting ready for an hour.
More than an hour.
User disconnected from your channel.
What?
Good point.
Someone disconnected from TeamSpeak?
Doesn't matter. As long as they're connected through IVC. Cowboys loading in.
User joined your channel.
Cowboy 1-1, ready for departure.
Cowboys, com check.
Lobo 1-4, Bohang Tower, taxi clear of the runway.
3.
Lobo 1-2,
Alright, Cowboys,
Bohang
begin
Tower,
taxi.
taxi clear of the runway.
3-1, holding short runway 26.
Cowboy 1 Pohang Tower, 4 good ships in the pit, taxi.
You got an 18 flight,
Cowboy
I guess
1-1,
they got
ready for departure.
mostly into there.
Cowboy 1-1, Bohang Tower, position and hold.
Point traffic to taking me out 52.
Inbound for landing. Fury 1-1, Bohang Tower, you are cleared for takeoff, runway 26. Fury 1-2, Bohang Tower, you are cleared for takeoff, runway 26.
Alright guys, it'll be a 2-ship
Good evening,
departure.
Contact 1, Pohang approach, runway 26, welcome back. Lobo 1-3, Bohang Tower, resume on navigation. Lobo 1-4, Bohang Tower, resume on navigation. Lobo 1-2, Bohang Tower, resume on navigation.
So as I said, it'll be a 2-ship departure. Come in at the burn at 350 knots, out the burn of the air. Make sure you're turning for left for steer 2.
2.
Lead,
3.
lead will have the active left.
4.
and we're going to bypass that F-16 that's set in static.
Falcon 1-1, Bohang Tower. Taxi clear of the runway.
We're also going to take the wide side of the hold short point.
This is
Cowboy 1-1, hold short.
Waiting for number 4 to rejoin.
Fury 1-2, Bohang Tower. Resume on navigation.
Cowboy 1-1, Pohang Tower, holding short, active on the long side.
Runway 26. Fury 1-4, Bohang Tower. You are cleared for takeoff. Runway 26. Fury 1-3, Bohang Tower. Resume on navigation. Fury 1-4, Bohang Tower. Resume on navigation.
Yeah, I'm deliberately holding short for the Falcons to get themselves away.
Falcon 1-3, Bohang Tower. Taxi clear of the runway. Falcon 1-4, Bohang Tower. Taxi clear of the runway. Cowboy 1-1, Bohang Tower. You are cleared for takeoff. Runway 26.
All right, Cowboys. The Falcon guy is coming up behind you.
Falcon 1-4, Pohang Tower. Position and hold.
Falcon traffic on the ground. Go ahead and pass us by to rejoin with your own unit. Cowboys holding short for yourself.
Lobo 1-3, Pohang Tower. Position and hold. Lobo 1-4, Pohang Tower. Position and hold.
Falcon 1-1, Bohang Tower. You are cleared for takeoff. Runway 26. Falcon 1-2, Bohang Tower. You are cleared for takeoff. Runway 26. Lobo 1-1, taxi. Runway 26. Tomcat 1-2, orbit for spacing 5,000. Tomcat 1-2, maintain 300 knots. Cowboy 1-2, Bohang Tower. You are cleared for takeoff. Runway 26. Falcon 1-1, Bohang Tower. Resume on navigation. Falcon 1-2, Bohang Tower. Resume on navigation. Falcon 1-3, Bohang Tower. Resume on navigation. Falcon 1-4, Bohang Tower. Resume on navigation. Tomcat 1-2, descend to 4,000. Maintain 250 knots. Turn left heading 085. Runway 26.
All right.
Cowboy 1-1, ready for departure.
Cowboy 1-1, Bohang Tower. You are cleared for takeoff. Runway 26.
Pohang traffic. Cowboy 1-1 taking the active 4 ships 2 by elements. All right, guys. Elements takeoffs. Lead's got the active left.
2 got active right.
It's left turn for steer 2, guys.
3's active left. Where's active right?
Okay, 2 call brakes set, and we'll run it up to 80% once you're on.
Cowboy 1-3, Bohang Tower. Taxi clear of the runway. Cowboy 1-4, Bohang Tower. Taxi clear of the runway.
2 in position.
Run them up to 80%, hold the brakes.
Lobo 1's approximately 1 minute ahead of Carrot.
Right, 3, 2, 1 brakes. 3, 2, 1 full throttle and afterburner.
Where's that? Run him up.
Tomcat 1-1, descend to 4,000. Maintain 250 knots.
Rotate.
Turn left heading 080. Vectors to right base. Runway 26. Cowboy 1-1, Bohang Tower. Expedite departure. Cowboy 1-1, Bohang Tower. Resume on navigation. Cowboy 1-2, Bohang Tower. Resume on navigation. Cowboy 1-3, Bohang Tower. You are cleared for takeoff. Runway 26. Cowboy 1-4, Bohang Tower. You are cleared for takeoff. Runway 26.
Alright guys, 10 degrees.
Bohang Tower. Resume on navigation.
Out the burn at 350. Steer 2 and rejoin.
Cowboy 1-4, Bohang Tower. Resume on navigation.
1, do you want me on your left
Lobo
or right?
1-1, Bohang
2,
Tower.
go left wing.
You are cleared for takeoff. Runway 26.
2 going left.
Element, assemble the right wing. Finger 4.
Tomcat 1-1, descend to 3,000. Lobo 1-1, Bohang Tower. Resume on navigation.
And we're going to be going for Angels 2-6.
Tomcat 1-2, descend to 4,000. Vectors to right base, runway 26.
Element, confirm you're airborne.
Element's airborne.
Tomcat 1-1.
Alright, cool.
descend to 2,000.
Flight, push, strike,
Maintain
uniform 17.
230 knots. Turn right heading 165.
Pohang traffic, Cowboy leaving your airspace. Alright guys, 5 degrees up. Keep it up, keep it going for Angels 2-7.
2, 3, 4.
Strike, Cowboy traffic, checking in 4 good F-16s.
Cowboy Hornet has you 5x5. Package Hornet is currently traversing to steer 3. Currently air picture is clear. Proceed as fragged.
Cowboy.
Falcon. Fury. Lever.
And Hornet, Cowboy, be aware we're currently +2 mics ETA. Alright, good assembly guys. Alright guys, we're going to fence in at steer 3.
2, 3, 4.
Try to keep us at about 5 degrees angle up.
Fury 1, Falcon 1 are right behind you. Fury.
I forgot how slow we're going to end up with CB-87s. They're a huge drag.
One, are you not running at mill power?
I think I am.
Yes, I've been slowly overtaking you.
Might just be where my afterburner detent is set. It might be just shy of full mill. That's me just shy of mill power there. But to be perfectly fair, you don't want me at mill power because then you'll have to be in afterburner to catch me.
Right.
Right, coming up through Angels 20. We're going a bit slow now, so I'm going to level off, gain a bit of smash, and then we'll continue the elevator up to 27.
Falcon 1's past tier 2, heading tier 3. Ogies 093020, Angels 26, hostile Hornet engaging.
That's a long way out past away from us. Not that we can do much about them anyway. Alright, I'm at about 370 knots now. I'm going to elevate up to Angels 27. We should be holding there. Let's go 3 degrees.
2, 3, 4. Has anybody got their film on?
Say again?
Do you have your Acme on?
Not yet. I was going to run it at fence in.
Just turned on the Acme.
Cool. Strike package, Cowboys running Acme. That's everyone else's reminder. For the shits and giggles, I'll run my own as well, just in case someone one of them. Right, just remember as part of your fencing procedure, check your burst altitude. 1800 feet burst altitude, please.
What spacing are you using for your drop?
I'll be dropping singles times 2, 250 foot spread. Alright guys, expect a right turn for steer 3 shortly. And the turn's in. Package Cowboy pushing steer 2 at this time. About 1 minute, we're about 1 minute behind target.
We're pushing steer 3, or is that the correct terminology?
We're pushing from steer 2. Because steer 2 is the push point, it's the point where the whole package is marshalled and moving out from, although nobody's decided to wait for us.
So much music up ahead.
Scene, some of that's ours and some of that's theirs. Most of that's ours. A lot of the bar cap like to go music on as soon as they decide to go punching for the hostiles. Alright, lost a few thousand there, so I'm just going to gain some altitude again and get us up to 27 again. Doing a coordinated turn with a twist axis rudder is just about not to happen.
You don't need rudder in a turn in the F-16 because the FLCS does it for you.
Good point. I was just masking the fact that I'm really shit.
MiG-29s in the AO. The AO is dirty. MiG-29s.
Be advised, MiG-29, Angels 26097-021.
Cowboy. Alright, if we don't have word that those are deloused by steer 3, we're going to anchor at steer 3.
2, 3, 4.
That gives them 2 minutes. Strike package. Cowboy will be at steer 3 in 1 minute 30 seconds. If we don't hear word by then, we're going to anchor there until the MiG-29s are gone. Because that's not something I want to have to deal with.
Fury 1 has contacts 27, steer 4. Bullseye 146035, flank. We're commit.
Mudhawk, 10 o'clock. On the 3 ring.
Copy, we're pushing north.
Passing by 9 o'clock now. Must be friendly. Alright, we're going to hold at tier 3 until cleared in. Strike package, Cowboy is holding at tier 3 until the MiG-29s are dealt with. Alright guys, set up an anchor here. Right turn, 27,000 feet. Get comfy. Mud 5, north.
Just as a heads up, the second element's trailing about a mile behind us.
That's fine, I don't mind that. And to be perfectly honest, they'll have plenty of time to catch up while we're in a right hand turn.
Incidentally, 3 is not good TACAN.
Oh shit. What's the TACAN frequency for this unit? 1-1 for me, right?
It will be 1-4 X-ray if I remember correctly. I'll look up right now. 1-1 X-ray. And 2 does not have good TACAN as well. For 4, it's 11 Yankee.
3 is yardstick sweep.
Still has nothing on yardstick.
Lobo status.
Lobo is currently at our bar kept area on station.
Our push point ready to push north. Is the area clear?
A Hornet is currently sweeping the area for those MiG-29s. If we can't find them, we'll clear the package in.
Cowboy holding, steer 3, 27,000 feet. Waiting for the clear.
Fury's knocking it off on 27s.
Alright guys, let's fence it in now. Lead is fenced, 096.
2 fenced at 096.
3 fenced 096.
4 fenced 095.
Alright guys, we're just waiting for the cleared hop. After that we'll push into steer 4 and then it's game time.
4, can you please check yardstick?
What do you mean by yardstick?
TACAN.
Okay, I have my TACAN set to 11 Yankee. I don't know what you mean by yardstick.
Air mode and set your mode to TACAN.
Yep, I've done that.
Have you set it in the ICP or have you set it on the left hand backup panel?
ICP.
Package Yellow Brick Road appears to be clean of aircraft. Yeah, package door is open. Package door is open. Flying monkeys attack.
Cowboy. Alright guys,
Falcon 1.
turn right for steer 4. Let's get this game on the go.
2. 3.
Alright, 7 minutes for the. We've got 7 minutes to find a column. Leads heads down, ground motion tracking. See what I find.
Element is going trail slightly.
Yeah, do it. Give me a 2-mile trail.
2.
Alright. I need to get into within 40 miles before I can do anything, so I'm back to air for the moment.
Cowboy 1-2, Chalice 1, attack is friendly.
So you still with me?
I'm a little bit further back. I get lost in distance on you when we were doing the right-hand turn.
Outlaw 304015,
Okay.
Angel 26.
I've just put the throttle back just a chop.
Falcon 1 is splitting and going NLE.
Actually, let me know when you're formed up. I've put the throttle back for myself a little.
Copy. Thank you.
Leads heads down, looking for targets. Alright, lead's got a possible target just left of steer 4. Column running along this axis, south and north.
29. East of Suwon.
Fury 1 is checking in, committing on MiG-29.
Alright guys, this is going to be the attack axis. It's a south to north approach. They're arranged in line that direction.
I'm getting logged on by a Hawk. No missile warning.
Alright, cool. That's probably the hostile. Go ahead and put music on. Flight music.
Ray gun.
Music.
3. Fury 1 is commit MiG-29s 226-012-21.
Right, 2, follow my attack heading. On this axis, 35 miles in front of us is a column. That's right inside zone Tin Man. That's going to be our target.
I'm still getting hard spiked by that.
If it stays on the outside 2 ring, you're fine. Switch sides if you need to.
Copy.
3 is tally the column.
Okay, that is going to be our target. I have my marker for CCRP position right along the middle of it, and it looks like I'm following the axis in. Mud 510 on the nose.
Falcon 1 merged, MiG-29s 161-015. 12,000. Ghost Dog, can you pump it up a bit? You're a bit slow.
Yeah, sure. I'm going to pop the gate on for a little while, get up to 300 knots.
I'll get the trail and the
Fury 1
convoy.
is knocking it off on MiG-29.
Alright. I'm going to hold 300 knots or as close as that as the CBUs will let me have. Right, I'm on attack run now. I'm following the lines.
That's a friendly Hawk that's locking me up right now.
Okay, ignore it then. Just hit the handoff button.
Buddy 188008 Angel 22.
Cowboy is working target Tin Man in 2 minutes.
Stinger Hawk.
Fury 1 is defensive, flowing south. Four, I'm not sure where you are, mate.
Just at your 4 o'clock.
Mud, Hawk, left, 8 o'clock.
Falcon 1 is engaged the SA-2, and we're now going to press towards the Hawk. SA-2 down. Hawk still up.
Falcon, Cowboy is being hard locked by that Hawk.
Hard lock on that Hawk.
Yeah, that Hawk is friendly, disregard.
Disregard last. That's a friendly Hawk locking us up.
Right. Taking lead end of the convoy.
I've got the middle part of the convoy. To go ahead and take your drops short. Element spot for us. Watch for man pads and launches. You'll be clear to mop up on the smoke.
You want off on first pass?
2 bombs off on the first pass, yes.
Copy. 2 bombs.
Flight status.
Cowboy's up. 30 seconds to drop.
Furious, 4 good ships patrolling over the Hawk. Lobo status.
Level 1 is still up, maintaining bar cap. It's quiet here on the east.
Falcon status. Falcon's on the deck, engaging the...
Lead had a no release. I'm off dry to the east. 3, you're cleared for immediate re-attack.
3's in hot.
4 in hot.
User joined your channel. User left your channel. User left your channel.
2's off dry.
2, come with me to the east. Let 3 and 4 prosecute.
CBU's dropped. CBU's away.
User left your channel.
S-29 to the north and northwest. Be advised, package leader is down. Package leader is down. Alright, this is Fury 1 taking over package.
Cowboy.
About. Alright, Hornet forward, you tally the MiG-29s to the north.
Alright, 2, we're going to come around for re-attack from the south again. Same axis as before.
Copy that.
Falcon 1, Hawk down.
Oh, nice.
Alright, copy that.
Request permission to use DTOS.
You get your weapons on target, but if you go below 12,000 feet, I'm going to brain you.
I will not break 12,000.
Hornet 4, check.
You do what you got to do.
Alright, Lobo, start pushing off to the west. We're going to need you to cover against MiG-29s to the north of the AO.
Level 1, Roger Wilco.
3, I'm not seeing effect on target there. Did you drop?
Hornet 4. Alright, Hornet 4, are you the only one? Yeah, I definitely dropped.
Negative, it's 2, it's Gus and Fluky.
Alright, do you guys have tally on the 29s to the north?
Negative, say bullseye.
Alright, we're going to come back in from the south again then.
4, flow heading 1.
Negative, I'm currently out of position out to the west guy.
Where's visual on
I'm
E3?
currently heading east. Southwest of Bulls at the moment.
Alright, Hornets, maintain bar cap to the south of the bullseye. Lobo 1 is coming into support.
Roger.
Falcon 1, flow south, climb to Angels, maintain bar cap. Falcon 1, one ship is damaged from a man pad. We're egressing. Copy. Alright, copy.
Four's in trail behind you.
Okay, 4's in hot.
It leads in from the south as well. I'm going to do this one CCIP, see if I can get some smoke.
3, did you release?
Negative, standby.
You off target?
I'm carrying on, I'm pressing, I'm gonna wait for Ghost Bug.
4's off to the east, I'm getting another dry pass again.
Right, 3's attacking.
They're over my flares, that's for sure.
Low.
4 will follow you in 3.
Fury 1 is engaged defensive. 146018 MiG-29, one ship down.
How are you getting on?
Still looking for the targets.
Use ground motion tracking on the radar, you'll find them.
3's off dry.
To request permission to egress south for about 10 miles to get a longer run up.
Go for it.
Level 1 commit, bullseye 074051, 12,000.
Got one away. Think I've got a hung store.
Flare. Out.
Got 29 spike to my 6.
Likewise.
Leads in AAA.
4 close south. 180 degrees.
Big 29's close on the 2 ring.
All flights, Cowboy 1, 3 and 4 have 29 spikes to the northwest on our 6. Going south.
We're turning back. I'm turning in towards them and see if I can ID them.
Okay, 4 foot left. Back to spear point 4. Let's have another go.
Or 3, this is 4. You want to try a CCIP run?
No, I tried it. I'll be alright. Do what you think is best.
Yeah, just focus on getting the weapons on target. I don't need fancy stuff.
Alright, turning back on target. Someone's in loose formation with me.
I think the 29 just got splashed.
Alright, splash MiG-29.
Copy splash, good work.
Ollie, there's another one right by him.
Visual the splash.
I saw the splash as well, I'm turned towards it.
3's in hot.
Shit, he's right below me. He's popping flares.
Hornet 4-2 taking over for Hornet 4-3 Joker.
CBU's away. CBU's away.
Alright, good work, Domestus.
Off to the south.
Yep.
Guys, watch out. There are friendlies in contact.
Yeah, roger that. I'm kind of mixed up among them right now. All I was wanting to do is just extend away and get into the...
This is where I would want an A-10.
Force visual with a smoking F-16.
Yeah, I'm in a circle around with them at the moment. I'm heading towards Tier 4 right now. I think whatever it is, they're handling it.
Cowboy status.
Okay, boys, still working targets over Tier 4.
Lobo status.
Lobo is up for heading west. We had to deal with some stuff on our side on the way, but we're ready to support if needed.
Where's the bombs away?
Good bombs.
Hornet 4-2, Fox 1, 223-014, Angels 2-0.
4, good effects, good effects. If you've got them, re-attack.
4 is dry.
1-3 is taking over, 1-1 is damaged, the primary is down, Toto is down as well, we are hanging on the flat.
Two going in hot.
4, just do a roll.
Chat, altitude, altitude.
Yeah, force visual, freeze visual 4.
Package lead, what do you want Lobo 1 to do? Do you want us to return to
CBU's
the
away.
as much up at the moment.
CBU's away.
Lobo 1, maintain bar cap south, maintain bar cap west of Bullseye. Protect the yellow brick road.
Two is 2 bombs away.
If you've got anything left, go ahead and re-attack. If not, just keep cap.
Got 2 left.
Alright, if you can, do as quick a re-attack as you can. We just don't have the time for this anymore.
Three, 4, just confirm you're trailing me.
Package Falcon 1 flight RTB.
Right hand turn.
Fury.
3.
I missed that, say again.
Just confirm you're in the right hand turn trailing me.
Yes, yes. Lead, space status.
I'm just over the target now. I'm just trying to get some weapons on target myself. It's a little tricky though. I think one of my weapons is hung and it's stopping the rest from coming off the rail.
CBU's away.
Okay, boys, almost complete.
CBU's away.
Finally.
CBU's away.
Anyone else have any trouble keeping CCRP at high altitude?
Yes.
Good.
Good effects on those.
Yeah, that's my 2 away. I got 1 left. Anyone else got left?
Negative 3 is Dakota.
4 is Dakota.
2?
Dakota.
Roger that. I'll be the last re-attack, then we're out.
3 is blind. Sorry, 4 is blind.
South.
Visual.
Fury 1, Hornet 4. Go for Fury.
CBU's away.
Hornet 4, we're 2 ships.
Last spawn away. Weapons to try.
Playtime 15 minutes.
Caution.
Alright, copy
Caution.
that. Yeah, expect playtime 5 mics.
Okay, boy, weapons off. We're ready to egress.
package, Miller time, RTB.
Cowboy Miller time. Alright guys, regroup steer 5.
3,
4,
2,
1 4. Do you mean regroup steer 6? 5 is actually north.
Sorry, my correction, yes, steer 6, correct, steer 6. Regroup steer 6. Look for Angels 22. Angels steer 6.
2, 3,
4.
Alright, guys, if you can give me a no shit assessment, what do you think we got?
Fuck all.
I counted 3 or 4 smoking smokestacks.
Okay. 2 or 4. Whoever hasn't given me a BDA yet, go ahead and call one in.
Yeah, I just say 3 targets destroyed.
Who was that?
my guess is 6.
Okay.
Yeah, but 3 confirmed. I could see 3 smoking targets.
Okay, cool. Strike package, Cowboy, ready for BDA?
Alright, go for Cowboy.
Cowboy confirms at least 3 secondary fires. Best guess about 3 to 6 vehicles destroyed minimum. We had nothing but hassle with these CBUs.
Alright, copy. A weird phenomenon where my, cursor is not zeroing.
That's always a fun one to deal with. Alright, I'm 43 miles from Steer 6. How is everyone else?
38 from steer 6.
Right.
I am currently 36.
Okay, looks like I'll be the last one in, which makes sense.
Where's the 3, also 37.
Very good. So yeah, I had a lot of trouble getting my CBAs off the rail. I ended up having to go below the hard deck once or
Cowboy
twice, I'm pretty
1-2,
sure.
Dallas 1, contact is friendly.
Anyone else have a similar problem?
I didn't really have any issues once I had visual on the target.
You just do a visual attack CCIP or something?
DTOS.
Right.
Getting spiked.
If it's by the Hawk, just ignore it. Press the handoff button. It's a friendly.
I think I got R2 formation right now.
Yeah, we'll get ourselves formed up in short order. Guys, you can go music off as well.
2, music. I think I got visual on all of you guys. I'm right now in front of you.
Yeah, roger that. I think I've got you as well. If you're the lead element, I'm just gonna zoom in on you.
Copy that. I am chopping power to 9-8.
3 is maintaining 300 knots, Angels 22.
Yeah, I think I see the 3 of you. You guys are all pretty close together. 2 looks like you're the lead element. I'm gonna join on you in a moment. I'm gonna have my lights on so you guys can find me easily.
Copy. I can pop a flare if needed.
Don't do it yet. I'll let you know when I think I need it. I'm currently locking someone up at the moment.
hard lock.
Soft lock.
I think you are right now doing that to me.
Unlocked you now.
Package, please. Sit rest. Yeah, package. We're mill time. RTB.
And springtime, sorry, I just caught the chat now. Hi, how's it going? It's been a little busy and the feed's been a little choppy, so do bear with it. It'll get better once the recording's complete. Two, I'm just locking you up again. Confirm that's you.
Can you hard lock me momentarily?
Done.
That's me.
Alright, I'm tied to you then. Element 2's position 123084, Angels 22.
3. 4. 1, what do you want me to do once I reach tier 6?
Just continue to press. If I've got this right, 3 and 4 are just behind you.
Copy. 2 is pushing to tier 7.
Element, be aware, I'll be overtaking you high and directly overhead. I'll be about 300 or 400 feet above you, so no sudden pulls.
Where's the vision?
And passed you by now.
3 is visual.
Okay. Element, go ahead and regroup on me. 2, continue to play ahead. I'll catch up. I'll be catching you shortly.
2.
Fuck flight, pushing tower.
Oops, sorry.
It's all good, man. I really hope we got better effect on target than it looked like.
For a face full of flares.
I'm out of flares. I pumped a shit ton of them when I had to break the hard deck.
I can say that I didn't break the hard deck.
I just spent too long trying to get the CCRP steadied up. I was like, fuck this, quickly tapped the nose wheel steering and threw it over to CCIP and finished the drop. It was just pissing me off too much otherwise. Just an exercise in frustration, really.
Oh, I never knew that trick. Cool trick.
Oh yeah, nose wheel steering button is ridiculously handy. You can tap between CCIP, CCRP and DTOS in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I think for this kind of situation, DTOS is the best way to go about it.
Well, instead of pressing DTOS, all I would do is tap the nose wheel steering twice, you see. So well, sometimes if I want to bomb visually, I'll take the CCRP marker, and take a little mental photograph of the geographic position, like say the edge of a tree line or whatever. I'll just put CCIP and put the pipper on that. And that's the secret of how I am able to do visual bombs when nobody else can see the tanks.
Or you could also make it as a mark point and use that.
Yeah, my method's faster.
True.
I'm not saying it's not an invalid way of doing it, but unless you're planning on doing it and hovering around there for a long, long time, you're better off just doing a visual attack.
Yeah, I do that sometimes as well.
The nose wheel steer button is also your disconnect for air refueling, so you're not actually supposed to break away like most people do. Alright, home base is tier 7, so if we're not formed up by the time we hit to the 30-mile point, then we'll check in together, fine.
Copy that, and just as a heads up, one, you are right now hard locking me.
I know. There you go. I'm about 3 miles out from you.
Copy. Do you need me to slow down anymore?
No, you're good. I'm about 410 knots, I've got plenty of overtake on you.
Copy.
3-4, you guys able to keep up with me?
Patron.
Very good. Be aware, once I catch up to 2, I'm going to slow back down to about 350. And 2, expect overtake right wing and level, about 300 or 400 feet.
Visual. Speeding up to 350.
Yeah, keep 350. I'll pass you by and we'll establish, and I'll slow down.
Copy that. I was getting slower than 350, so accelerating.
Okay, to go ahead and fold in behind me, I'm going to slow down now.
Copy.
It's not much nicer to fly with a clean bird.
User left your channel.
Alright, settled in at 350. Flight. I'm going to push tower now.
2, 3, 4.
Which was the active again? Try that again without both of you speaking at once.
26.
Runway 26, copy. Bohang Tower, Cowboy, 4 F-16s coming in from the north, 25 miles out for an overhead break and runway 26.
Is this package called?
So it is, damn it. Right, flight, push tower. Bohang traffic, Cowboy, 4 by F-16s coming in from the north for overhead break, runway 26. Alright guys, we're going to descend to Angels 10 in preparation for the break.
Falcon 1-3 on the perch.
Hold 350
I
knots.
go to Echelon.
Yes please.
Echelon what?
Echelon left, it'll be a left hand turn for runway 26. That should be the easiest for you to keep. Try to keep about 350 knots, but still keep the descent rate quite smart.
Just past you on your right hand side, just as a heads up.
Fine traffic, Falcon 1-3 on final, runway 26.
Yep, seen you.
South.
We're switching sides left.
Level off at Angels 10. You can ride this all the way in. Domestic, you're more familiar with the overhead brake on F-16s than I. It's been a while since I've had to do them. What's the entry pattern altitude for the overhead brake?
2000-ish.
2000, Jesus. Okay, let's keep going.
Good evening, Falcon 1, Pohang approach, runway 26, welcome back. Altitude. Falcon 1-3, Pohang Tower, next time wait your turn. Good evening, Falcon 1-4, Pohang Tower, cleared for landing, runway 26, check gear down.
Right, towers at steer 8. Keep the descent rate going down. Try and come in from Angels. Try and come in from steer 7. Oh, you'll see the carrier down there too. So tempting to buzz them.
All we have, hooks.
Domestic, 2,000 feet you said, yeah? Bohang traffic coming in for the overhead brake at 2,000 feet, runway 26.
Bohang traffic, Falcon flight off the active.
Guys, you still able to keep up with me? Yeah?
2, 3.
Alright, I'm going to line us up just at the edge of the runway. I'll start my brake at the middle of the runway. Bohang traffic, Cowboy 1 beginning the overhead brake. Leads at the brake.
The wrong way.
Left turn, okay.
Keep going.
5 seconds. 2 on the brake.
User left your channel.
Warning, 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 warning.
3's in the brake, right.
Four is in the brake.
Right, coming in at the perch.
User left your channel.
Cowboy's coming in at the perch.
Where's gear down?
Good evening, Cowboy 1, Pohang approach, runway 26, welcome back.
2 on perch.
Leads on final. Cowboy 1-1 on final.
3's in the perch.
Fury 1, Pohang approach, 3020. Good evening, Cowboy 1-2, Pohang Tower, cleared for landing, runway 26, check gear down.
Wheels down.
Cowboy 1-1, Pohang Tower, next time get clearance before landing.
Where's on the perch?
Fury 1, Pohang approach, 3020.
Cowboy 1-1, wheels down on Pohang. Do go ahead and continue on in. I'll be coming off the active very shortly.
2 on the ground.
Cowboy 1-1 exit active left Charlie.
3's finals, runway 26 to land.
4 turning final, runway 26.
Oh, that's going to sound epic. Completely stuffed up the overhead brake in the first place, but that sounds like a good schedule.
Fury 1 is entering the pattern for overhead brake.
User left your channel.
3's wheels down.
Lobo 1-1, Pohang approach, runway 26 for landing. Cowboy 1-4, Pohang Tower, next time wait your turn. Cowboy 1-3, Pohang Tower, next time get clearance before landing. Cowboy 1-3, Pohang Tower, taxi clear of the runway. Cowboy 1-4, Pohang Tower, taxi clear of the runway.
We must have had 3
Cowboy leads in exiting the pit now for Acme. Well done, guys. Oh, wow, that's fun.
Channel switched.
That was marginally frustrating. My game crashed just at the end of landing there, so the plane shut down and fine, but that means I've lost my Acme.
User joined your channel.
I think he turned in. There's a MiG-29 looking us up.